As teachers, we are aware of the dismal performance of the Philippines in the 2022 Program for International Student Assessment or PISA, which indicates that students in the country are 5 to 6 years behind in learning competencies, making the Philippines land in the bottom 10 out of 81 countries in reading comprehension. Literacy has been a major issue in the country for several years now. Because of this, educational managers and policymakers are taking the blame for low-level comprehension among learners. This is why developing literacy among students is very significant, and the assessment that comes with it should abide by its principles and cornerstones. As a language instructor, it has been daunting to design an assessment tool to test students' learning. The dilemma does not start when the assessment fails. Instead, it is always a dilemma from the moment we start conceptualizing. We have decided to create summative assessment tools. Although it may appear simple, it requires careful planning and consideration of the questions being asked. We must ensure that these tools not only cover the fundamental levels of thinking, but also challenge students to demonstrate critical thinking skills. Additionally, expertise in content knowledge, reading, and writing skills for senior high school are critical considerations. The assessment tool is a quarterly assessment for the reading and writing skills specifically designed for grade 11 learners of the Department of Education. Half of the students come from families with average socioeconomic status, while the other half come from less privileged backgrounds. The core subject has 3 expected learning outcomes. First, it aims to summarize the general purposes of writing for both academic and professional purposes. Next, it seeks to explain how one's purpose is a crucial consideration in academic and professional writing. Lastly, it intends to identify the unique features and requirements in composing texts that are useful across disciplines. Moreover, the assessment tool aims to measure how well the students understood and demonstrated the knowledge and competencies of the subject at the end of the quarter. At the start of the assessment, the teacher will distribute the questionnaires to the students. Then the students will be given the general instructions verbally. Some instructions include: do not open the questionnaire yet unless the teacher says so. Read every instruction carefully before answering. The crafted assessment tool is primarily intended for face-to-face administration. However, during emergencies when students are discouraged from going to school, online administration is also possible through Google Forms. In this case, the students should answer the assessment on a specified schedule. Late students can no longer access the link to avoid cheating.
Based on the study of Vyasa, Laksana, and Indrawati, assessment is a way of evaluating institutional success and a reference for curriculum designing, policy making, and program implementation. Consequently, Vyasa, Laksana, and Indrawati mentioned that multiple choice types of teacher-made assessments are widely used by teachers in assessing students' learning progress. In support, Gao, Carliner, and Lopez highlighted that the multiple choice assessment type has several advantages. First, it can be administered to a large number of students all at once. Also, it can assess numerous materials in one tool. Another reason is that it can be easily and objectively marked by the teacher. And the most important reason is that data gathering is fast and efficient. After the administration of the test, the result will be analyzed and students who need remediation will immediately be identified. In English classes, an assessment that requires paragraph writing is essential. According to Wali and Abdul, writing is one of the most challenging classroom assessments, but it is a requirement. It is the primary foundation of academic and professional writing. In addition, they mentioned that a good paragraph contains a topic sentence, body, and conclusion aside from containing coherence, cohesion, and unity. We crafted this assessment tool grounded on the standardized assessment tool from the division of Davao de Oro, formerly Compostela Valley, for the school year 2019-2020. It is a multiple choice assessment type with 50 questions based on its content, which is purposeful writing in the disciplines and for professions. One of the benefits of the summative assessment tool is that it helps to gauge the student's understanding of the subject matter. Other than that, it creates a very realistic way of doing and implementing an assessment. However, the disadvantage of such is that it creates a high-pressure environment which can lead to stress and anxiety. Despite this weakness, it is not recommended to avoid summative assessment altogether. Instead, it is highly recommended to use them judiciously in combination with other forms of assessments to gain a more comprehensive picture of students' learning. We recommend that teachers incorporate a more performance-based assessment tool during the quarter, such as essays, oral presentations, open-ended questions, or other formative assessment tools while discussing the lessons. Part of our assessment tool is the use of Table of Specifications or TOS, as it is a great help in ensuring that the questions align with the assessment and learning objectives and instructions. According to Oso Bukiden, TOS generates better results while not using it may lead to academic problems.
For our actual assessment tool in reading and writing skills, fourth quarterly examination, the students are given the general directions. It says, as you begin, make sure to read all instructions thoroughly and encircle the letter of your answer. Write neatly and double-check your answers before submitting your papers. You have 1 hour to finish this assessment. If you have clarifications, approach your teacher right away. For items 1 to 13, the questions are about the general purpose of writing, both academic and professional purposes. Encircle the letter of your answer. For items 14 to 16, the questions are about how one's purpose is a crucial consideration in academic and professional writing. Encircle the letter of your answer. For items 17 to 36, identify the unique features of or and requirements in composing texts. Encircle the letter of your answer. And finally, for items 37 to 40, with clear purpose in mind, the students need to write an example of literary, expressive, persuasive, or referential paragraph of any topic in at least 75 words. Remember, it will be assessed based on its topic sentence, body, conclusion, and writing mechanics.